They call him Jesus. He came to love, heal and forgive. He lived and died.
This is Buddy. This is my son's dog. This is Bullet. This is mine and Rick's dog. This is Rick. This is my mom, Pat. This is my sewing room. This is Mama Cat. She always likes to steal the show. This is my father's word. Join me on our channel to learn his word. Alrighty, I'm going to make a book pillow. A subscriber asked me to do it, so I'm going to give it my best shot. I've never made one, but it looks simple. I saw a bunch of videos, and some of them I liked. Some of them were triangle and all this other things, but one of them that I saw, I started watching the video, and she started going into her life history and all, and I'm like, oh God, forget that. I want to know how to make it. I don't want to get, you know, I don't care about that. I like to get right down to the nitty-gritty of things and all that good stuff. So I got me 4 fat quarters. And that's what we're going to use, is fat quarters. I got, as you could tell, the colors I got. I think they're pretty. So I'm going to lay them out here so we can give them an iron down. So we can get busy on it. Alright, hang on a minute. I'll be back. Alright, let's see if we can go on. We're going to iron our pieces down. Alrighty, I'm going to let them dry for a minute and then we'll be back. Alright, the next thing I want to do is I want to level them all up to where they're all going the same identical way. so that we can trim them down. And to me, this is the best way to do it. Just trim them, all 4 of them, at the same identical time. Ooh, that one's gonna give me a short one, so let's go for the bigger one. So we can have it all the way across. Now all I want to do is just trim it down to make them all level. All I'm going to work for, and cut off all the salvages because we don't need them. Oh, come on. What is the problem here? Why don't you want to do? Okay, I did not get it off, so I'm going to go back and do it again. Now let's go down the sides. See how good and level we got that one. That one looks good. All the way up. I just want to make sure all of them are even. Oh, come on. I think I'll save those. Those look like they're thick enough. Alright, now. Turn them back around this way. So I'm going to want this over this way. Yeah. Now, on all of them, I want to cut 3 inches off of it. Okay? We're going to cut 3 like that. And we're going to set these aside because we are going to use those. But this right here is going to be the rest of our pillow. Okay? Now, let's see what size we have it so you all will know. This is 18.5 by 17. Okay? Now, I want to take, and I'm just going to leave these two together. We have no Pacific facing to it. They're both the same color, either way you turn it. So, these doesn't matter. So, all I'm going to do is set these to the side. Now with these 2 pieces, I want to take the first piece and I'm going to fold it in half. Flop it right up there, and I'm going to take this one and I'm going to flop it in half. There we go. Okay, how's that look? Ooh, this side's not even. See, we're off on that side. I don't think that's going to matter because we're going to do like a 1/2 inch because we're going to be stuffing it and all. Alright. So, now then we're going to take one of these and then we're going to take one of these and we're going to set it on here, make sure we got everything the way we want it. And this is just a dry look, okay? Now, what we want to do is we want to take these two right here. Let me put this out of the way so y'all can see me over here at the sewing machine. Okay, so we're doing good here. Da-da-da. Let's take that one, move that. I want to sew that down across the top here. Okay, and I want to take this one and sew it across the top too. So there's those two pieces. Now with these two pieces, these are going to be our handle, okay? And we don't need both pieces. So pick which color you want to be your handle. I want this to be my handle. So I'm just going to put this one to the side and we could put it on another quilt. Save your salvage always. It's good to do. Now with these right here, I want to get some fiber field. Okay? I'm going to cut this down so I can manage it. Put that back over there. Let me go back to it. My ruler. I'm going to go with the... Uh-oh, I got a phone call. I'll be right back. Okay, let's get back to this. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut down. I ain't going to worry about that through there. I wonder if that ruler... Yeah, I think this ruler right here. Pop that down there a whole lot better. Go back like that. Okay, we'll get that out of the way. And then we're going to go down to 3 inches. Yep, because that's 2 inches and this is 3 inches. We want to stick to that. Alright. Ta-da! I hope I get that. Now we want to cut this the same length. So this is 18 inches. So I'm going to trim this off, make sure I'm level all the way down, and then I'm going to go 18 up. Up, turn the ruler around, 16, 18, let's go down. 18. So now we got that. Now then, we want to turn this one upside down on top of that one. We want to put this one. Now what we want to do is we want to sew down this side and down this side, and leaving these two openings. No pins. It's okay. We got to have pins.
If I surveyed all the good things come to me from above, if I would count all the blessings from the storehouse above, I simply ask for the favor of Him beyond mortal king, and I'm sure He granted again and again. I want to stroll over heaven
Alrighty, we'll be back in a
Put air in the
minute.
tire. Tell her to just put air in the tire and just come on.
Okay. Now then, let's take these pins out. I'm going to get me another one. Start using that one. Alright. There we go. Now we want to turn this right sides. So let me find my little thingadoodlers. See here I did about a 1/2 inch. Okay? So now we're going to try to turn this around. Alright, let's get our iron. Let's give this an iron down. Now, if you don't want your handle this thick, then make it like 2.5. Or if you want to turn it like this and make it thicker, which I think that's what I'm going to do, is just make it thicker. I think I'd be better off to make it thicker. So what we're going to do is take this and we're going to sew it down. Yeah, I think I'm going to like that better. And it is a whole lot thicker. So if you want to leave the middle one out, you can. Then that way you can put it on a quilt as well. But I haven't never made one of these. So this will be the first time. I think I can just take it, just trim it off. Trim this one off. There we go. I think I need to change that blade. Feels like somebody's cut something they wasn't supposed to with it. If anybody mess with my stuff, I'm going to beat them up. Alright, now, we have a handle, 2 pockets, and the pillow. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the one first. Let's see, this one. Pretty well much straight. Okay, we're going to take it this side. And I'm going to, let's see. Let's go 4 inches in. And I'm going to pin it down. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go 4 inches. Make sure that this is not crooked or anything. And then I'm going to pin it down over here. And I think I may want to go more. Because see the way that it's... I think I may want to go more. Let's check out more. So let's go in... Let's go in 4.5. We'll try that and see if we like that better. Make sure you put your pins down to where they're not going to be in the way. $4.5 over here. turn it. See the way it's turning? That's my problem. I don't like it. Put me another pin right here. There we go. Now we'll go 4.5 over here. Give it a pin. Give it another pin. Then that way. There we go. Now we got that on there. Now then, I want to take one of my pockets, I'll put it down here. There we go. And I'm going to pin it down. Well, where in the world is that at? Got something in it. Somewhere. It's right there. Still can feel it. Okay. Got some dirt on my mat. Try it again. Level it up down here. Alright. Give it a pin down. Alright. Now I'm going to set this one aside. And I'm going to pull this one over here. Make sure you put them on the same way. Because if you don't, you will be able to tell it. So now I'm going to take this one. And I'm going to put it down right on top. Make sure I got my thing up here at the top. My seam. Level this one up. Now you should have just a tiny hair on this side and this side. We're going to pin these down. Come on, pin down. My finger is still sore from working on that quilt. Alright, now we're going to take this one and we're going to turn it upside down on top of this one. Let's get these right here corners pinned down because we want the corners to be straight. Okay, let's get these corners. Okay, now we want to work at the top, and we want to level it out. Oh, hush, Bullet! Okay, there's that one. And then here's this one. Now we're going to get in the middle. Alright, let's turn it over to the bottom. Pin it down. Now we want to sew about a 1/2 inch in. That will give us stability to be able to stuff it, and it will make it last a whole lot longer. Now the next thing we want to do is take either this side or this side. You don't want to take down through here, and you do not want to take up through here. But you do on one side to leave your opening so we can turn it and stuff it. So I'm going to put my mark right here to turn it and to stuff it. So this is the way I'm going to do it. Alright, I got to let Mama Cat in. Or out. There you go. Oh, there's an umbrella sitting out there, and she was scared of it. It was funny. Okay, so we want to back stitch and go around. So here we go, about 1/2 inch. Alrighty, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but I backstitched where my handles are, and I backstitched right here where my pockets are. Okay, now we want to be very careful. We'll start turning this around. We're going to start with our pulling our pins out, going straight to our pins. Alright, then we're going to go down here to the other side of our pins. I'm going to pull them out. We're going to start turning it. Now be careful, you got pins in your pockets now. And as you see them, get them. That way they don't stick you. We don't want no pokey pokey. Alright, I think I got them all. Alright. Nope, I still see a pin here. Somewhere in this area. You want to be really careful. There's another pin. Alright, now we want to stick our corners. If I can get my thing right here. And we're going to pop out our corners here. You know what I think? I think I'm going to add something to this. So let's not poke out our corners yet. I think that we need to be able to set it down on the ground, on the bed. So I'm going to add something. So let's turn this thing back around. Now, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. But I'm going to. I think it would add to it. So let's take and turn her back around. We've got all our pins out. We don't have to worry about them. Alright. So now then, I think what we want to do is, where's my opening? We want to make sure that we have one pocket on this side and one pocket on this side. And why don't we take and line up this seam with this seam? Why not? It'll be something pretty good, I think. We'll level it out right here. There we go. And now I'm going to use my 4 like I did in the quilt, and I'm going to put it at the end right here. And I'm going to have my 6 over here and my 2 over here. And it doesn't matter, nobody's not going to see it. So put me a thing there. My finger is so sore. I'm telling you, that sewing by hand is sore. Very sore. Alright, now let's do the other side. Now you want to make sure that you have your pockets the way they should. One seam on one side and one seam on the other. Feel it out there. All right, put that one like that. Make sure I can feel it. Alright, I want my 4 right there. And then I want my 6 and my 2. Now this is optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. But I think it may add to, like, if you don't want to sleep with it under your head and you just want to put it down on the floor, then it won't, you know, it'll make it easier to set on the floor. Alright, let's sew these down. Now you can cut these off if you want to, or you can leave them on. I'm not going to bother with it. I'm going to leave them on because it's not going to hurt anything. It's on the inside. Alright, let's see if we can't turn this thing around again, and let's look and see what we've got. Where's my hoe? Want to pat out our ends here. I hope this thing works good. I've never made one, but I do like it. It looks pretty good as a bag, don't it? It looks great as a bag. Okay. So here is the fun part. Let me turn my iron off. I am completely done with it. I don't like to leave it on. Alright, we are going to start filling it. Now I've got all used stuffing here. So it looks like I'm going to have to clean this one. Wouldn't you know, it had to be the one that I got that needs to be cleaned. Alright.
go. You know.
She's ready.
Yeah.
Let me think.
I'll call her.
Huh?
I'll call Rick, man.
Alrighty, I have to be back, so we'll get finished stuffing it when we get back. Wow, that looks nice, don't it? I've already done finished stuffing it, and I pinned the sides so I can sew it down. I'm going to sew it by hand. So, see what happened to him was that he was driving down the road where he lives at now in Charlotte, I think. And he got pulled over by the cops. And he had already went to court over some kind of a case that he had. And they already dismissed it and everything. But they decided they wanted him to come back to Bartow County. And he showed them the paperwork and said, hey, look, I've already took care of all this and all. And they say, well, it don't matter. Instead of calling Bartow to find out if his paperwork was legit. So what good is paperwork if you can't go back and use it? So you know everything is nothing but a gimmick to, look at that, come right out. It's all a gimmick and all for the state to make money. Then it doesn't matter. You could be telling the truth and all, and they won't care. So they hauled him all the way back to Bartow. He's like, man, I ain't got no way to get anywhere down there. He says, I don't know anybody down there now. I don't live there no more. And, well, you gotta go anyway. So he had to come back and go in front of a magistrate and all that stuff. And they're like, why are you here? This has already been taken care of. He said, I told them that, but they wouldn't listen. And he said, now I don't have no way to get home or anything. He said, y'all brought me down here. I don't got nowhere to go. No way to go anywhere. So, there was a lawyer up there that lived here in Marion. And that lawyer gave him a ride home. But he had to stay until the lawyer was done up there. And I can guarantee you, he said, I don't care. You know, I'll go with you. I'll wait around here. So, they brought him here. And that's what happened. We have helped him a lot. And he's hurt us some. But let's forgive and move on. That's like we had like $500 to work on our car with. And we told him we had to work on a car. But, and we needed the money to do so. But he talked Rick into, I can't remember what he talked Rick into. Going somewhere and doing something. You know, and it took the money to do it. And all. And he said, I'll give it back to you. And we never did get it back. So, I can't remember what it was. But we did, I had to ask Rick what it was, but it don't matter. It don't matter. We're going to forgive and forget. That's the way I am. I forget. And that's the way I forgive, is by forgetting. But sometimes it comes back to mind. But the best way to forgive is to forget. So I do my best to forget. So I can forgive. Makes it a whole lot easier. And when I die, it's not going to matter. The only thing that matters is how I treat others and what Jesus Christ thinks of me. Let me go let my cat in. Because she's a hollering, I want in. But he went off and he changed his phone number. He got married, which that was a shock to me. Kept telling him, man, don't get married. Don't get married. And he got married. I mean, I treat him just like I would my kid. And all. Yeah, he is a whole lot younger. He just don't look it. And he's a good guy, all in all. And his mother, I love his mother. His mother she is a really nice person. He was living with us and had his cousin was married to this girl, and this is years ago. And she stabbed him. Literally stabbed him a whole bunch of times. Locked the doors up. They had bars on the window and everything. He couldn't open the window, and he bled to death. And it was a horrible death that this guy went through. And we took him to the funeral and everything, and met his family. So, and of course, they became our family, and our family became their family. And they're good people. They're really good people. I really do like his mom. Okay. So now we have the pillow done. So let's go check it out. What is it, bud? Oh, that is This is how to donate to my PayPal. You come down here to Poor Man's Sewing, and you mash on Poor Man's Sewing. Then you go over here to About. You mash on About, and right here is to donate to Poor Man's Sewing. Thank you. I appreciate everything that is donated. It will go to the sewing shed that we are working on, or anything that you want me to put it on there, just leave a note on there and I will see what it says. And I really do appreciate you donating and watching my channel. A lot of hugs and kisses to you.